afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School varsity softball action as your Walpole High Timberwolves host the Needham High Rockets in a Bay State Conference Herget Division game from Chauncey Smith Field on the Bird Middle School campus in East Walpole. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be providing all the play-by-play action for today's game. Joining me with color commentary is Antonio DeCisa, while Nick Piccarelli will be handling the filming. Before the game, Walpole's two seniors, co-captains Susie McAdams and catcher Ariana Cruiser, along with their parents, were honored. Walpole Media Corporation and I would like to thank them for 4 years of dedication and prowess for Walpole High and wish them all the best of luck in their future endeavors. The Timberwolves' record during their years on the team is 63 wins and 11 losses for an 85% winning record. Coach Rachel Sprague's team will be looking to close out the regular season with 14 straight wins today. The Orange and Blue has already captured both the Herget Division and the Bay State Conference Championships at 10-1, 16-1 overall. Walpole has won all 8 of its home games, outscoring their opponents by a 7.6 to 1.5 margin, and is ranked 3rd in the latest MIAA Division II Power Rankings and 11th in the Boston Globe Top 20. The Timberwolves' 1.5 runs against is in the top 5 of all schools in Eastern Mass. Milton is the only team to score more than 2 runs against the Orange and Blue this spring, having scored 4 in both of their meetings. Junior pitcher Charlotte Stasinski, the ace of the Bay State Conference, brings a 15-1 record into the contest with 3 shutouts, including the perfect game against Framingham, in which she struck out 13 of the 15 batters she faced. Needham stands 3rd in the Herget at 8-4, 11-6 overall, and is 3-2 on the road. The Rockets are outscoring their opponents 8.7 to 4.7. Needham is ranked 13th in Division I. The Silver and Blue opened the campaign with a trio of victories over Lexington 7-4, Concord Carlisle 12-2, and Brookline 20-2, before dropping their next 4 outings to St. Paul's 9-2, Braintree 5-3, Walpole on April 24th, 8-1, and Milton 10-9. Allergies, folks, allergies. Needham rebounded to be best Natick 9-0 and 14-2 around a 10-4 win over Newton North. An 8-3 nod over Milton was sandwiched between losses to Wellesley 13-4 and Lincoln Sudbury 9-5. The Rockets have prevailed in their last 3 games, 15-2 over Weymouth, 7-3 against Franklin, and 10-4 over Braintree. Going back to 2016, Walpole has won 11 straight against Needham by a combined 100-31 score. Game time temperature is 89 degrees. Beautiful sunny day. It's actually very summer-like today. Should be a good game. Needham with their 11 victories is certainly something that the Timberwolves will have to take into consideration. So what do you think? Antonio, your first game covering varsity here for us. What are your thoughts?
This is going to be a good opportunity for me to learn some new things, and hopefully I could do some varsity sports myself, maybe starting in the fall, and hopefully work my way up.
That'd be great. We would be glad to have you on board. The 2 teams going over the ground rules, both teams heading back to their respective benches. And we would like to remind you, like we usually do at this time of the game, anyone interested in providing play-by-play or color commentary for any Walpole High sports should contact Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or by emailing her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. Anybody can do this. Brothers and sisters, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, friends, anybody. You don't even have to have anybody on the team. If you're interested in sports and you like covering high school sports, this is a great job to do. And we are about to get underway here. Stepping into the batter's box is Maddie Navulis, the right fielder. Stasinski looks in for the sign. Here's her windup and her first pitch. Down low, a ball. Charlotte comes to the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1. Even the count. Stasinski's 1-1 pitch on the way. Ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go around. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Up high. Ball 4. A very rare freebie given up by Charlotte. In fact, I think Charlotte is averaging just over 1 walk per game so far this spring. Coming to the plate, the right fielder, Emma Ching. Little blooper to right field. McAdams is there. She puts it away for the out. 1 down. And it brings up the catcher, Maddie Baker. Strike called. Stasinski's 1 strike delivery on its way. Just outside. 1-1. Up high. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball right back to the mound, knocked down by Stasinski. She goes to first in time. The runner advances, so the Rockets have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Brings up the cleanup hitter, shortstop Sarah Duran. Stasinski's first pitch is high and away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3. Charlotte with a little early wildness here in the game. We'll see if Duran has a green light. She doesn't, and she takes a strike. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 delivery. Strike 2, caught the outside corner. Payoff pitch on its way. Swing and foul back out of play. Count remains full. Payoff pitch. Little pop-up out of play off the protective screen. Count remains full as Duran hangs tough for the Rockets. Once again, fouled into the protective screen behind the Walpole dugout. This will be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Duran hanging tough for Needham. Line drive, base hit into the left field. Going home, she is dead. So that goes base hit, run scored, but she was thrown out 7-4. So for Needham in the top of the first inning, they had a run on 1 hit. There were no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of half an inning of play, the score is Needham 1, Walpole coming to bat. All right, leading off for the Timberwolves, your center fielder, Carolyn Duran. Ground ball to short, over to first, 1 down. And it brings up the shortstop, Sienna Cruiser. Pops it out. That'll be off the protective covering. Strike 1. Ground ball to the second baseman. Over to first, 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for the Timberwolves in the top of the first. And it brings up the second baseman, Grace Todd. Grace is the leading batter for Walpole so far this spring. Line drive right to the center fielder. She puts it away, and the side is retired. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Caitlin Chang. Walpole, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played an inning, and Needham leads 1-0. I think last year, if a win today would give Walpole the same exact record they had last year at 17 wins and a loss going into the tournament. And we all know what happened last year. They played 3 times. They played Holliston. The first 2 games they started and the rains came. They had to postpone to the next day, started, rained again, and then finally they played and Holliston pulled off the upset. So the first pitch to Pittman, a left-handed batter, is a ball. Strike call, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Charlotte's 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Charlotte picks up her first strikeout of the game. She also walked the leadoff batter who came around to score for Needham. And it brings up the second baseman, Olivia Kirshner. She takes a ball. Ground ball to Clinton. Clinton will take it herself. Step on the bag. 2 down. And it brings up the first baseman, Stephanie Suka. Swing foul tipped into Cruiser's mitt. Strike 1. Line drive right to Gray Stott at second base. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Needham. They had no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, the score is Needham 1, Walpole nothing. The first pitch is a strike called. Chang looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the delivery. Up high, ball 1. Strike 2 called. Ball and 2 strikes to Stasinski. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Fouled down the third baseline. Count remains 22. Ground ball slowly hit into left field, a base hit. And coming to the plate is the left fielder, Carolyn Daly. Runner on first for Walpole, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Strike called. Drops down a bunt. Oh, what a beautiful bunt. And there was nobody able to cover first base in time, so she beats it out for a base hit. Runners at first and second for Walpole.
Seems like that's what you want to do in a critical moment in the game, Rick, where you want to try to advance a runner.
Right.
And when you try to advance a runner with a smart bunt,
a little bit of small ball.
Small ball is the way you go, and then.
Yeah, wait a minute now.
And somehow, if you are able to advance a runner, you can get your team in a very good position.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so they're calling the runner out.
They call the runner out. Why?
I don't know, but she's out. So Stasinski has to go back to first.
Did the ball go foul?
No, it didn't. This is Susie McAdams that's up. She's the only lefty. She takes a ball.
It didn't look like the runner was out.
Maybe she might have gone inside the baseline, and they'll call her out for that. There's a ball.
Well, I have not seen anything like that. When I do the JV, I don't ever see a runner called out like that. So that's actually the first time I've actually seen something like that.
Yep. Strike call to McAdams. I haven't seen that myself this year either, so I don't know what the call was. But probably they're saying she was interfered with the throw going down. 3-1.
It must also happen in baseball as well, probably in baseball.
Right. Yeah, you've got to stay on the outside of the baseline when you're going down the base path.
I see it happen in the major leagues.
Right.
That happens like that as well. So it seems like you really got to be careful. As we just saw ball 4, you got to be careful when you're base running. If you don't, then well, it goes really bad for you. So it looks like Walpole got 2 runners on here.
Yeah, Walpole. Yeah, Susan McAdams just drew a walk, and it brings up the designated player, Emily Bolin.
That was a good hit by number 12, Charlotte, earlier, getting it through Pat right in between the gap between the shortstop and the second baseman. It was a very good hit ball, and getting that's what you want to see.
Right. It's
You know,
well placed hit. Yeah.
and it looks like we're having a talk with the coaches here about. I think I think it was a mound visit called here.
Right.
So this is my first time doing a varsity game. So this is actually quite interesting for me to see and to learn, and then hopefully to do this myself.
Right.
Maybe starting in the fall.
Yep.
So
Which is a
I really
strike
do
call.
appreciate you allowing me to join you here today.
We're glad to have you. 1-1 the count to Boland. Ground ball to shot, booted, throws it first. Out in time. So
That was a very good play by the Needham shortstop,
right.
batting it down and then getting the force out of third. But if you're Walpole in a situation like that, if that happens, if you have 2 runners on, you need to really make sure that you get the ball past these infielders, and then get your runners close enough so you can score a run.
Right. And it brings up the catcher, Ariana Cruiser. She takes a strike. So 2 runners still on base for Walpole, first and second. 2 outs though now here in the bottom of the second. Strike called. 0-2. Ariana quickly falls behind on the count. Line drive into right field, a base hit. Kind of the throw to the plate, gets by her. And run out. Walpole ties the game, and the runners advance to second and third.
That was some good, Rick. That was some good base running by McAdams. Really reading the play and how it was going to go down, noticing the ball was going to go wide, and then she
Right.
hustles, and it scores to tie this game. But we know for a fact that there's still a lot of innings left to play.
Oh yeah.
So this is far from over.
Right.
And I've noticed that for the pitchers, you see how their back leg like that. You see how they do that.
Yep.
I noticed that a lot of the softball pitchers they have one foot. With one foot, they have their either left or right foot bending to the back, and then they go into their windup.
Right.
And then that's how you're able to really let go of the ball and get a good pitch in.
Little base hit into left field. 1 run will score, and Walpole will hold off with the runners. And Broderick hustles down to second base, heads up base runner by Nora. Walpole takes a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second.
This is what happens in a game. Every run has to count.
Right.
Every inning, every hit you get, every run helps. So if Walpole and it looks like the Walpole bats are starting to heat up here, Rick.
Yeah.
So I think we might be in for maybe a tree here today.
We certainly hope so. Ball in the dirt to Duran. 1-1 the count to the Walpole center fielder. 2 runners in scoring position with the Timberwolves. 2 outs, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the second. All 2s. Ground ball to second. Throws to first, and she gets it to end the inning. But Walpole comes up with 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. So at the end of 2 innings of play, the score is Walpole 2, Needham 1.
Looks like Charlotte's going to go back to work on the mound here, Rick.
Okay, and leading off is the third baseman, Morgan Kraft, for the Rockets. She takes ball 1 high.
Charlotte's going to have to really control her pitches here if Walpole's going to have a chance to win their season finale today.
Ball 2. Stasinski normally gets stronger as the game goes along, and gets more with her pinpoint pitching, catching the corners and the strike zone, the lower part of the strike zone.
Well, you've seen her pitch more than I have, so you probably would know a lot more than I would right now at this moment. Yeah. But she kind of reminds me of a JV pitcher that I do on the because I filmed the JV softball team, and I And she kind of reminds me of a pitcher on the JV squad, Caitlin Baker. She's kind of like Charlotte here, really controls the strike zone and gets her pitches in.
Soft little loop single into center field.
The Needham batter really she stayed calm at the plate and was able to bloop it between the shortstop and the second baseman. And you see a lot of those bloopers even in baseball. If you don't catch those bloops,
Right.
the ball will get away from you and will get into the outfield. So that's why. So let's see what Walpole does here with a runner on.
Bunt is that will be stolen base for Kraft.
You see a lot of stolen bases definitely in softball. A lot of people will, if a ball gets low or if a ball gets right past the catcher, you usually see a base runner taking advantage
Right.
and stealing the base.
Yeah.
So I think what Charlotte's got to do here with her catcher just coming off the mound visit, she's got to, the ball got away from her. So let's see what Charlotte can do here to really, stay focused.
Up high, a ball. Ariana tried to pick the runner off there. At second base, Kraft. And the pitcher, Ching, is on up at bat now. Ball 3. 3-1 the count.
Usually a hitter gets a green light here at 3-1. You see it in baseball. You get a 3-1 count. If you get the green light, you go for it.
Right. Ball, strike call. Full count here. Foul back out of play. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I think the weather is going to be a big factor today, Rick. You said 89 degrees.
Right.
So, and it feels like 90. It looks like we have a
Fly ball
little
to
blue.
McAdams. Susie puts it away. Throw to third.
Oh, she got it. Yeah.
Got her. A great throw by Susie McAdams in right
Now
field.
that was a bullet. That was a bullet throw right there.
Right throw, and Nora Broderick just slapped that tag down to get the out.
It's like it was a great comp. She makes the catch, and then throws it out to the runner at third. It almost could have been a relay throw, but
Right.
that was just a great play. It's like I was watching a Red Sox game.
Right.
Seeing the runner get thrown out of third. It's like I was watching maybe like Shane Victorino throwing somebody out or something when he was
Right.
playing in the day.
Yep.
But I actually saw a similar play to that in baseball, in the boys' baby baseball. Outfitter named Landon Lipsett. He's only a sophomore, junior, and he threw out a guy at home plate, and it was an amazing throw, just like what happened in right field there.
Right.
That was, they're just amazing plays that you just love to see in sports. So, especially in
It
this
was a
time.
good little soft line into Broderick, and that ends the inning. Needham has no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. After 2.5 innings of play, the score is Walpole 2, Needham 1.
So I mean, even though we're only in the top of only in the third, like I said, Walpole's got to get some runs on this board here. So let's see what they can do here in this
Right.
inning.
Cruiser grounded out to second, her first time at bat. She takes a strike.
As a hitter, you got to remain calm at the plate. If you panic, then you either ground out, you fly out, or something like that. Just like right now.
Ground ball to shot over to first, 1 down. Brings up the second baseman, Grace Todd. Grace flied out to center her first time up.
if you're in the outfield, obviously the sun's going to be a factor because the sun's right in your eye.
Right.
So you really got to be careful if you're in the outfield or if you're in the infield as well. If the sun is beaming down on you, you could be blind. It could blind you, and you miss a chance at the ball. So that's why you got to be really careful out there playing. Oh, what a
Ball
snag!
right back to the mound.
That was
Two down.
that was a great snag by the catcher.
It was pitcher.
That's how from the pitcher. That was a great snag. Reading the play and then throwing out to first base.
Right. And it brings up Walpole pitcher Charlotte Stasinski. She singled, dropped down a bunt single her first time. This takes a strike. Ball 1-1.
You just love hearing the teammates cheering on every batter. It's amazing feeling.
Right. Oh yeah.
In any sport, it's an amazing feeling.
Line shot into right field, a base hit.
I think she might do it for a
Charlotte's
double,
gonna
Rick.
Stretch it up.
I think
and
she's
she
gonna get
goes
it.
in,
Yep.
Goes in, sliding in. Charlotte 2 for 2 today.
It looks like it looks like it was kind of in baseball like a fastball, and she bloops it over the second baseman's head and just gets it in there, and then she hustles a second. I knew it was going to be a double
The
the
ball
moment
looked like
she hit
it
it.
died in the grass there a little bit, so she was a heads-up play by Charlotte.
Do you think the grass helped her out a little bit?
Definitely. Strike called to Carolyn Daly.
Did you ever play a sport like this, like baseball or
Played
something?
baseball and hockey.
I played soccer.
Strike 2 called.
But obviously in soccer, you really got to start hustling in soccer.
Yeah,
So as a runner, try to read the pitcher and then try to see what you can do here.
Little shot fly to right field, drops in. Stasinski will come around to
I
score.
think she might go to second here. Yep.
And a double, because that ball rolled down the hill. Carolyn Daly with a two-bagger, sending in Stasinski for Walpole's third run of the game.
And I think the runner just advanced to third base here, Rick.
Oh,
I don't know
paying
what.
attention for the pitcher there.
Yeah, I don't know
And
what happened, but I guess runner advances goes to third for some reason.
McAdams takes a strike.
Gotta go back to Charlotte Skaczynski. She definitely reminds me of a really good hitter. It looks like she's really doing well on the mound.
Right.
Like if it was a baseball pitcher, I would say kind of reminds me a little bit of like maybe Max Scherzer.
Mm-hmm.
A Max Scherzer of softball. But if she's batting, definitely reminds me of maybe like a Ronald Acuna Jr. Maybe a Manny Machado
Right, yeah.
type. She's going through on the swing.
1-2 pitch. Grounded back to the mound. Ching throws over to first, and the side is retired. But Walpole did come up with a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. Drops down a bunt. It's a good one. Stasinski to first, to Todd covering. Good play all around by the Timberwolves. Wonderful. Grace Todd got over there fast from second base spot to cover first for the out. With 1 down, it brings up the catcher, Maddie Baker. She grounded back to the mound. Stasinski had no trouble fielding it and flipping it over to Briella Clinton for the out. First pitch is a ball. Ball 2 down low. The 2-0 pitch from Stasinski is a strike at the knees. 2 balls and a strike.
Definitely got to stay calm if you're Kaczynski right now.
There's a fly ball to center
Here
field.
comes the sun. It could be a factor, and
Todd puts it away. Didn't quite get out carry as far as I thought it would be. So
I think also the wind might be a factor
Right.
as well here.
yeah, Todd with the put out, 2 down, and it brings up the shortstop, Sarah Duran.
That was good play. That was good play out there in second base, but this game is far from over here, Rick. We still have a
yeah.
long way to go.
Ball in the dirt. Ball 2 up high. Three and 0. We'll see if Duran gets the green light here, Antonio.
I think you just stole my lawn there, Rick. I don't suppose you stole it from my basket of tricks, did you?
Absolutely not. She takes a strike. 3 balls and a strike.
Kaczynski, a junior, and she's going to be coming back next year.
Right.
I mean, this is going to be interesting to see for next year. And it looks like we just have a walk here.
Yeah.
Again, Needham is, I can just tell that Needham's going to be they're going to be fighter state. It's kind of like Rocky Balboa versus Ivan, versus Ivan
Right.
Drago or something like that.
Swing and foul straight back, 1 strike. Yeah, Needham fighting for a home field advantage in the first game of the playoffs, which will begin shortly after Memorial Day, probably the Tuesday or Wednesday after Memorial Day. Right now we've got Walpole's teams are just doing incredibly in the Division II power rankings by the MIAA. There's a ball. Let's see. The baseball team is seeded first. The softball team third. The girls lacrosse team second, and the boys lacrosse team fifth.
So it looks like Walpole has 4 good teams that are going to be in the tournament.
Right.
And you're hoping that that one of these 4 can make a deep run.
Oh, at least one of them. We'd like to see them all make nice deep runs.
And I was noticing that you mentioned Walpole tomorrow. When I filmed the boys baseball tomorrow, they're facing off against their old Bay State rival Norwood.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Norwood game is tomorrow.
Yeah. So
the boys varsity team is playing at 7 o'clock at night.
Yep.
It's a slow roller to third.
Yeah.
Broderick guns it over to first.
Oh, nice
and
arm.
Time.
That was a good play. Good
and
play
the
out there.
side is retired.
That was a good play out there in third base.
For Needham, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 3.5 innings of play. The score is your Timberwolves 3, Needham Rockets 1.
Yeah, when I film the boys JV game here tomorrow, obviously I gotta remain neutral.
You live in Norwood, don't you?
Yeah, so I gotta remain neutral. So I gotta be careful of that. But I'm hoping but obviously we know Norwood and Walpole have been one of the best rivalries, not only in high school sports, but in sports in particular. I mean, you look at like Harvard, Yale, and stuff like that. And I think we just saw a base hit up the middle.
First pitch hitting by Emily Boland. So Walpole gets the leadoff runner for the second time in 4 innings.
You don't really
picks up the catcher, Ariana Cruiser.
You don't really see that much where you're hitting on the first pitch.
Right. Yep.
That doesn't really happen often, but if you get the right one,
definitely go
you
with
get
it. Yeah, if you've got the green light, it's up to you.
Could you do that?
Would I?
Yeah.
If I could, yeah.
Okay. What about now? No?
We're a little beyond our playing days right now.
So
it's a ball high and
so
away.
we know that Norwood and Walpole are rivals in regular football. You look at others. I mean, it's one of the best next to like Harvard, Yale, Bruins, Canadians, Celtics, Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a lot of good rivalries, and this is definitely one where there's a lot of back and forth punching. and then maybe a little bit of blood back and forth here and there. So
Right.
what are you expecting from Northern Walpole when they face off tomorrow?
It's always a good game because, like you said, the rivalry between the two towns, they're next door to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And in any sport that they play, the rivalry is there. You know, the
Yeah.
kids know each other because they play on the same, like, AAU teams,
Mm-hmm.
youth hockey teams.
Right, or travel.
Like that, travel, yeah. So that
Yeah.
they know each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They may hang out at the same location. Ground ball to shot. Over to second for one. Back to first. 6-4-3.
Actually, no. Runner was safe at
Hey,
first.
safe. Okay, so fielder's choice there.
That was some good base running and
By
lucky
Cruiser,
for Walpole
yeah.
that they did not get that 6-4-3 double play.
Right.
So lucky that was only a fielder's choice.
All right, Nora Broderick coming to the plate. She singled to center her first time up, knocking in a run.
And she also made that great play at third base to finish off the last
Right.
inning. I think the ball is gonna go foul.
Ooh.
So you were saying, as you were saying before, like I said, you're playing on the same travel team, U team, but you know when they are facing off against each other, no matter what sport it is, you know it's gonna be a dogfight
Oh, yeah.
here and there.
Right.
Let's hope you and I don't have a dogfight right now. Oh,
Bunt.
here we go. Nice,
Nice
smart
bunt.
bunt attempt.
Goes to second. Got her. Heads up play by the catcher. So with 2 outs and a runner on first, it'll be the top of the order for Walpole, Carolyn Duran. Fouled off at the plate.
Even though it's still 2-1, as we got to see
3-1.
it's 3-1. You still don't feel comfortable yet. So if Walpole can try to get just a tiny bit more, maybe then you can say, all right, now we feel comfortable here.
Line shot that's going to split the gap
I
between
think
the right
we might
fielder
see a
and
double
center
here,
fielder.
Rick. I think we're see a. I think
All the
no
way
way. I think we're see a
around
run.
is Broderick. She's
A
coming
triple.
home.
Wait, here comes the
And
throw,
a
Rick.
three-bagger. She will go in standing up. A 3-base hit for Carolyn Duran.
Did we just see a triple there?
We
Rick?
certainly did.
I don't think I ever saw that coming.
And Walpole takes a 4-1 advantage here.
Are my eyes playing tricks with me, or did I really just see an RBI
Oh,
triple?
that was a great hit. She was able to split the right fielder and center fielder. Bunt foul.
That was some great hitting by Duran. You know, really splitting the gap between the center fielder and the right fielder, and then going on with the third. I think that was definitely Ronald Acuna Jr. speed, running around those bases and then sliding into the third. That is something that you don't
Right.
really see in softball, a triple.
There's a ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Ball, 2 balls and a strike.
I've noticed that when I was playing sports in high school, Needham has very strong. They got a lot of good sports
Right.
in their school. You know, they're very strong in sports, so they're not an easy school to beat. You know, you
Right.
really got to play tough against them. And I think we just
A
saw
walk.
the walk.
Yeah, so
come
runners
through.
at the corners for Walpole with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Coming to the plate is the second baseman, Grace Todd. Grace is 0 for 2 today. Fouls it straight back.
Walpole has played a lot of non-Bay State opponents. What's that like when you go to see them play a non-Bay State opponent?
Coach Sprague tries to get some of the tougher teams around. There's a base hit. That'll bring in another run for the Timberwolves. She caught that one. A nice stroke there. So that makes it 5-1 for Walpole with runners on first and second. 2 runs in the second, a run in the third, and 2 here in the fourth.
And looks like we're going to see Kaczynski back up at the plate. Remember, she's 2 for 2 today.
Yeah.
So far, you said a infield single and then that, what was it, a double?
Yeah.
So let's see. So I
Takes
mean,
a
she's been
ball.
dominating at the plate.
Right.
So and also on the mound. So let's see. So can she go? If we're good, let's see if we'll see a 3 for 3 hitter today.
Ground ball into left field, a base hit. And the bases are loaded for Walpole.
I think we just saw a 3 for 3 hitter today, Rick.
You're right.
Do you see that in softball when you've been doing this?
Oh, yeah. There are some of the guys. Todd and Duran both have had several 3 for 3 games. So bases loaded, 2 down here. Brings up the left field, Caroline Daly.
I've seen this when I filmed the JV. Same thing. I think we got a little blooper. The sun's going to be a factor.
And the side is retired.
I thought the sun was going to be a factor in that one, but I guess not.
Nah, she had it all the way.
Guess I was
But
wrong there.
Walpole comes up with 2 more runs on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 left on base. We've played 4 complete here from Chauncey Smith Field. Your Timberwolves on top, 5-1.
But we know, even if it's 5-1, we know Needham's not going to back down.
Right.
We just know that they're going to try to give you a knockout punch. So we'll see what happens here.
Swing and a miss by Kirshner. Charlotte looks in for the sign. She gets it. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Broderick up to over to first. 1 down.
That was definitely a good play by Broderick. Good play there. It's definitely reminds me of Man Machado, Padres. Really has a good arm down there at third base.
Right.
Were you laughing because I mentioned
Machado?
Yeah.
All right. It brings up the first baseman, Kirshner. Suker. She takes a ball. She lined out to Todd at second base her first time up. Swing and a miss.
I've noticed how fast the game is going. I mean, we're already in the 5th.
Right. Yep. Foul back.
This happens to me a lot when I'm doing the JV. They go by really their innings go by really fast, and then it's. But I didn't think a softball game could go that fast.
Yeah, softball's a lot faster than baseball.
Yeah.
Pops it up.
Here we go.
Out of play.
I'm sure that the sun's always a factor when you see it pop up.
Well, they're used to it. They play here all year, so they practice here, they play here. They're used to the sun. Up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stasinski looks in. Here's the windup and the pitch. Little soft base hit to center field.
Nice piece. That was a nice piece of hitting by number 9 for Needham. Definitely, really gave it a good ride there.
Yep.
And blooped it in. She blooped it right over in center field. So even though they got a runner on here, but again, Needham will hopefully try to. They're looking to get back into this game, Rick. At this point, this late in the ball game, they want to say, hey, Walpole, we're still here.
It's a little blooper to right field. McAdams is over there. She.
I think she made the catch.
She did make the catch.
She made the catch. Unbelievable.
So we've got 2 down now.
That was a great catch by McAdams out there in right field.
Yeah, she was going down the hill over there
Yep.
in foul territory and got it before she got out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So. No, they said it was no, it was foul.
It was foul. Okay.
Up high.
I'm sure.
She did make the catch, but it was
foul.
she was on the out of bounds side.
Ah, gotcha.
So a ball and a strike
What
here
rotten
to
luck.
Kraft.
Rotten luck, huh?
2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. She went right through that ball. 2-2. Ground ball to second. Over
Oh,
to
I think we're
shot
gonna see.
for one.
Oh, I
They
thought we
got
were gonna
the
see a double
fielder's
play.
choice. Yeah, it was
I thought we were
close.
gonna see a 6-4-3 double play. I really wanted to see one. That's too bad though. But that was a good play. Get the first out of second.
Right. So with 2 down, the runner on first, it brings up the pitcher, Caitlin Chang.
She I know Chane's been.
She takes a ball.
She's been she's been staying calm. I mean, even though giving her some runs, I've seen her. She hasn't doesn't look like she's panicked at all. She's staying calm.
Right. It's fouled straight back. 1-1 the count.
It seems like even though you're getting roughed up, you got to stay calm. I mean, there's no room to panic. Don't get angry at yourself. Just stay calm and just do the best you can.
Right.
That's all. That's all. That's all you can expect.
Way ahead of that one. I think Stasinski took something off that, threw her the deuce. Ball, 2 strikes.
Did you just say the deuce?
Deuces. Curveball.
The deuces. I don't think I've ever wanted to say deuces. No.
Up high, 2-2. Yeah, that's what they call a curveball, is a deuce.
A deuce. Ah.
The 2-2 pitch from Charlotte. Popped foul, out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And at 2-2, a hitter will be thinking, all right, do I swing or do I let the pitch go?
You got to cover that plate. Protect your plate.
If you're the pitcher, you got to say, all right, I got to get into the strike
Ground
zone.
ball to third. Down the third baseline. That'll be a base hit. 2 on now for the Rockets.
So it's like that was a good piece of hitting, and like I said, Needham is not going to go away so fast, Rick. It looks like they're saying to Walpole, we're still in this ball game.
Oh yeah.
So they got 2 runners on. If you're the hitter of Needham, if you're the coach, what would you say to your hitter right now?
There's 2 outs, so you got to swing away.
And if you don't,
you're out.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you got to. She could drop down a bunt, but it's a tough play to call. Pinch runner is let's see, Bailey O'Hearn. No, I'm sorry, it's Nikki Stanton pinch running for Ching. Top of the order, Maddie Novelis. She is walked and lined to third.
Do you think they might be replacing their pitcher at the next inning?
No. Fouls off the first pitch. No, see, they've got the in softball and baseball both, they have a free substitute rule. Okay. So you can send a pinch runner in, but that player that they're running for is going to stay in the game.
Ah, gotcha.
Strike at the knees. 0-2 the count to Novelis.
I actually did not know that. So thank you. Did not know that. You know more than me. That's not fair.
I'm a lot older than you. That's why.
Okay. Well, I didn't say that, so you said it, not me.
Yeah.
But I'm way handsomer than you.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I noticed that the wind's coming in, so a little dust coming through.
Pops it up, out of play.
Do you think the wind also plays a factor in these hard hit balls?
It depends which way the wind is blowing. If the wind is blowing out, it'll carry the ball. But if the wind is coming in, it's to the pitcher's advantage.
Do you think it's coming in right now?
Yes.
I think that was high for a ball.
Full count here.
So at 3-2, you're probably saying, all right, I gotta get a hit, and if I let this go, it could be ball 4.
Right.
So the pitcher's really thinking a lot in their heads right now. So is the batter.
Pops it foul, out of play again. Count remains full.
It's too bad they don't have a pitch clock in high school, because in the majors you have pitch clocks.
I hate the pitch clock.
You don't like pitch clocks,
I hate the pitch clock. Yeah.
You don't like it?
No.
Well, it kind of
does make the game go faster.
Yes.
But swing and a miss, strike 3. Charlotte gets out of that jam there.
Now that is what I call an ace pitcher right there on the mound there.
And that is just Charlotte's second strikeout. of the game. That's unusual for her.
How many strikeouts does she average per game?
She's probably averaging about 9 or 10.
And she has 2 so far.
Right.
Hmm.
For Needham, they had no runs. They had 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, the score remains Walpole 5, Needham 1. All right, Susie McAdams leading off. She takes a strike. Ball 1-1. Chang's pitch looped into left field and put away easily. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
It looked like it was a good hit.
Yeah. Coming to bat as the designated player, Emily Boland. Emily singled to center and hit into a fielder's choice.
The song they were playing is Hands Clap. I love that. That's a really good song.
Swing foul back. Strike 1.
Do you listen? You listen to a lot of music, don't you?
I do.
Got a favorite band?
No.
I listen to a lot of music myself. I like to listen to some good songs whenever I get, to pump me up for a game.
Right. Little pop-up again. Out of play.
And definitely Hands Clap is definitely a good one to pump somebody up anytime when you're getting ready for a game.
2 strikes the count on Boland. Ball in the dirt.
So there's 1 down, and you got to say, all right, I got to stay calm. I got to try to look for a good pitch and see what I can do.
Right. Little blooper to the shortstop. She puts that away for the out. 2nd out of the inning. And it brings up catcher Ariana Cruiser. Ariana has a base hit and hit into a fielder's choice. She dropped down a bunter last time trying to advance Boland, but Boland was thrown out on a nice throw by the catcher. Ball high and away.
So it seems like Needham got 2 quick outs here, and that's not what you want to see if you're Walpole. You don't want to see 2 quick outs going down fast.
Strike called, 1-1. Ariana thought about it, didn't swing, but they called it a strike anyway. Chang's pitch. There's a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
So count 2-1. You got to think to yourself, if I'm the Walpole batter, all right, 2-1. Let's see if I can get a beat on it.
Line drive. That's trouble. Although the left fielder tracks it down for the out. Nice play for Walpole. They had 3 up, 3 down. We've played 5 complete.
You obviously want to, you want to win this game for the seniors. You got 2 seniors on this Walpole team, and you want to try to win this game for them and then close out the season on a good note. And as you said, this is the final game of the season before they figure out where they're going to be in the MIAA playoffs.
Right.
So if you're Walpole, you want to finish strong here.
A fly ball to left, coming in easily, putting it away is Carolyn Daly. 1 down, and it brings up the catcher, Maddie Baker. She hasn't hit the ball out of the infield yet. Charlotte looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch from Stasinski. way outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. We'll see if Baker gets the green light from her coach.
And looks like she does
doesn't,
not.
And it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk given up by Stasinski, the 3rd of the game. Brings up the shortstop, Sarah Duran. She's walked and singled. Been on base both times. Here's a high pitch, ball 1. Ground ball, base hit into center field. Runners will hold at first and second.
So it looks like Walpole have. It looks like they're in a bit of trouble here. You know, they got Needham's got 2 runners on, and it looks like Needham's starting to fight back now.
Right. So Kelsey Pittman stepping to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pop up to left field. Daly's there, puts it away quite easily. 2 putouts to this inning so far for Daly. So with 2 outs, it brings up the second baseman, Olivia Kirshner. She's 0 for 2. First and second, 2 down here in the top of the 6th for the Rockets. Ball high and away.
As a catcher, you got to be aware of those high pitches, definitely.
Right.
Because or low pitches. If the ball gets away from you, the runners will advance. They'll take advantage.
Yeah. Ball 2.
So it seems like the pot is starting to thicken a little bit, but not quite yet.
Right. Right.
It's still 5-1, but Needham could strike at any moment here.
Ground ball into center field.
So it looks like now it's just gonna be a 3-run ball game.
5-1.
Huh?
5-1.
I thought it was 5. I thought it was already 5-1.
It is. So now it's 5-2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 3-run game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now since now it's a 3-run game, it's now 5-2.
All right. And up coming to the plate is the first baseman. She fouls the first pitch off.
So it seems like we had a little bit of confusion there, but sorry about that.
And on the base hit into center field. Here goes the throw to the plate. Not in time. Going to third. They got her hung up.
We got a run down here. We got a bit of she's a bit of a pickle, and she got her.
Her out, so that'll go 8-2-5. Base hit to center. Drives in the run, but then she is Kirshner's out 8-2-5 for the putout. But second run does come across that inning for Needham, and they've cut the Walpole lead to 5-3. So Needham has 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. Through 5.5 innings of play, the score is now Walpole 5, Needham 3. Broderick looking to get things started again here for the orange and blue. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 1-strike pitch on its way. Slow roller to third. Bounces past her, and she will beat it out.
I think it's going to go in an error on the third
Error,
baseman.
yeah, E5 on that play. First error of the game. Brings up the top of the order, Carolyn Duran. Carolyn tripled her last time up to right field.
Which was a
She
very good
got-
triple, if I may add myself.
She got all of that ball.
But I can't do that.
Takes a strike, yeah.
I can't do that because I don't play the sport. That's why I stick to soccer.
There you go.
Yep.
The one strike pitch on its way. Coming right towards the Walpole Media Corporation broadcast team here.
I actually wanted to get that ball, but somebody stole it from me.
Duran falls behind on the count 0-2. Line shot to center. Chang is there for the out. One down. And it brings up shortstop Sienna Cruiser. Sienna is walked and grounded to the infield twice. A bunt.
Oh, what a
What
play.
a catch. What a
a
diving play.
That
And they double up.
was a great play,
yeah.
but that was a great play, but that was a big play
the
by the third
catcher-
baseman.
the
The ball
catcher,
goes foul.
Maddie
And
Duran.
That was incredible.
It was.
That was just absolutely amazing. Have you ever seen a good play like that?
So for Walpole, in the inning, they had no runs, no hits. There was one error by Needham, nobody left on base. After 6 complete, the score is Walpole 5, Needham 3. Timberwolves have to bear down this inning and get these 3 outs.
And try to close it, and
Cold
definitely
to
try to
win,
close out
yeah.
the season on definitely a high note, and then they'll have to wait and see who they face in the tournament when like you said, when that comes right after Memorial Day.
Right. Okay, Stasinski's first pitch fouled off out of play. A 1-strike pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. She had that right in on the handle. You could tell by the swing that that was coming right in on the fist on her. 0-2 the count. Stasinski's pitch, ground ball to short. Cruiser up over to first.
She calls her safe.
Yeah, she dropped the ball.
She dropped the ball.
Yep.
I saw it. It hit the ground. It was a good play, but the ball got out of her glove, so it was dropped, and that's how Needham has they have a runner on. So
Needham with the leadoff runner on brings up the pitcher, the chance to help her own cause here. Caitlin Chang, she fouls off, out of play. Dropping down the bunt, playing small ball.
I think Needham looks to do a fancy runner with nobody out here. I mean, that's smart thinking. Bunting actually gets your runner in a scoring position.
Definitely.
But the problem is it costs you an out.
Strike 2 at the knees.
I mean, bunting is a good way to get your runners advanced, but again, it costs you an out, and that's what you don't want.
Stasinski's 2-strike pitch, little pop-up. Charlotte gets it herself, turns and looks the runner back to first. 1 down. Brings up the top of the order. Center fielder Maddie Novellis. She is 0 for 2 officially. She scored the first run of the game by drawing a walk in the first inning. 1 down, a runner on first for the Rockets. Up high a ball.
I think Charlotte would love a double play ball right now.
Definitely.
Definitely
Yeah.
to that way.
I think
that way she doesn't have to pitch with another batter here.
fly ball to right. Now to center.
Oh!
Drops in.
Oh!
Throw to second. Safe.
That was a great effort by McAdams. in center field, but the ball just got out. It just went out of her glove.
Yeah.
But it was a great play. And then ball just was dropped, and now Needham has the tying run coming to the plate now.
Actually, it'd be the lead run.
Oh, the lead run.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They have now they got the go ahead run
Yep.
at the plate. Now you got the tie run at first base, but still nobody out. Only one down. So if I'm Walpole, I'm saying to myself, all right, don't panic. We need to get 2 more outs here to finish this off.
Right.
Let's see if we can hold them. All right, guys. This game ain't over yet. If I'm Needham, I'm saying we need to get some runs now.
Right. There's a ball in the dirt. Nobody advancing.
You definitely do not want those runners advancing. If they do, that's trouble.
Oh, yeah. Strike called, 1-1. One pitch up high, 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball, Riella with it. She gets the force out.
Good play.
So the runners
that's a good play,
advanced.
though.
Both runners in scoring position now. 2 outs, and it brings up the catcher, Maddie Baker. Baker has walked and scored a run, and her 3 trips to the plate.
That was definitely a good play by the first baseman for Walpole. But again, not like you said, now there's 2 down.
Popped it foul out of play.
So Walpole just gotta just hang on. We have to try to get this last out. But if the ball gets through, Needham will tie the game, and that's what you don't want.
More than likely, yeah.
So you don't want that.
Fouled straight back. 0-2. Charlotte looking to put this one away. Needham down to the last strike.
She would love a knockout punch right here.
Certainly would. Charlotte looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Line drive. That's a gapper. That's going to tie the ball game.
And it looks like it just did.
So Baker comes through with a 2-run double here. We're tied at 5. And it brings up the cleanup hitter, shortstop, Sarah Duran.
It looked like it was it definitely had to be almost like a fastball, and it split the gap between McAdams and the center fielder, and the right fielder, and it just it split the gap. It was a good piece of hitting, and
It definitely was.
you can't blame Walpole for that. But now it looks like Walpole's going to bat in the bottom of the 7th to try to walk it off if they can hold the runner here.
Ball outside.
So Needham made a really good comeback here. Just an amazing being down 5-0 and then getting 5 runs to try to tie it up.
Oh, and 2-0 the count. 3-0.
I'm sure Charlotte does not want a walk right now.
Right.
Because I think a walk does not help Walpole at all, because then that means you put 2 runners on, then you got to face another batter. So if I'm her, I would definitely like to get another last out.
Strike call. 3 balls and a strike.
I can see why in softball it's really hard to get somebody out.
Mm-hmm. Pops it up out of play. Full count. Ball 4. That's the 4th walk allowed by Stasinski. And it brings up the designated player. She takes a strike. Kelsey Pittman. That's a ball.
I think we're gonna have a mound visit here. So Celtics got game 2 tomorrow night. So we'll see if they can go up 2 games to none.
Strike called. 1-2 the count.
Just getting a chance to play in a tournament or a playoff game is just amazing. It's a great feeling to be in.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. No, that's only 2. I must have missed one there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball outside, full count. Base runners will be off with the pitch. Ball 4. And it brings up the second baseman, Olivia Kirshner.
And I think the coach is going to come and
Coach
talk to her
Sprague
team.
coming out to talk to her hurler.
I think if I was the coach, I would at this point. I really would right now because it seems like the game is starting to get away from Kazansky right now, and you got the bases loaded with 2 down. It's definitely gonna be. I mean, you know, in sports, in life, it's not. Your parents always say life isn't fair.
Right.
And sometimes in sports, you know, you just do your best, and you know, all Charlotte can do is just say, all right, I'm doing the best I can, and you know, that's all I can do at this point.
Yep,
So
let's just get out of this inning.
Yep. And she's probably saying to herself, all right, calm down, Charlotte. Let's get out of this inning without any more runs.
Kirshner is 1 for 3. She takes a ball outside.
These are always the crucial moments in any game.
Ball 2 outside.
It's always comes down to the later innings, the 7th, 8th, 9th is where you have to show up for your team if you're going to give you any shot of winning a game.
Pops it foul, out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike. Charlotte's got nowhere to put her here.
It looks like she was getting a little frustrated, pumping the ball into her glove.
Little pop-up. Oh, interference.
Oh, that has to be
that'll be interference.
That's got to be interference called. Yep.
4 unassisted on that play. But Needham comes up with 2 runs to tie the game on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 3 left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, we're tied 5-5. Line drive, just shot, boots it, throws over to first. She got her by a step. That ball rolled up her sleeve, and she was able to maintain possession and get it over to first. That was Duran, the shortstop. And it brings up Stasinski. Charlotte does have a home run this year. She's one of, I think, 4 homers by Walpole.
Into the parks?
What's that?
Into the park home runs?
Yeah.
And like you said, she's 3 for 3 today at the plate.
She is. So
let's see
she can help herself. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say let's see if she can give Timberwolves' little spark here right now.
Ball 2.
So I think at 2-0, you got to say, all right, I got two. I'm up 2-0. Let's see if I can get something.
Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. Strike 2 called. Evens the things. Count at 22. The 2-2 pitch. A little fly ball to left field. Shortstop over there. She puts it away for the out. 2 down now. And it brings up the left fielder, Carolyn Daly. Carolyn is 1 for 3. Ground ball in the center field. Walpole stays alive here.
Definitely some good. Definitely some good hitting, Rick. 2 down, and you finally got a base runner, but again, there's 2 down.
Right.
So even though there's 2 outs, that doesn't guarantee you a victory. So if I'm Walpole, I'm saying, just because I have a run doesn't mean that we're going to win this game.
McAdams steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Strike call. Susie is 0 for 2 officially with a walk. And she scored a run. Line drive, that'll be a base hit. That'll fall in front. So first and second for the Timberwolves. Runner in scoring position.
Definitely a good piece of hitting there by that's definitely some good piece of hitting there by McAdams.
Yeah.
And getting it into center field for the base hit, and now Walpole has 2 runners on with 2 down.
And coming to the plate is the designated player, Emily Boland. Emily is 1 for 3. She scored a run.
So let's see if she can. I think we're gonna have a pinch runner here.
Yeah, coming out to run is Abby Riley, coming out to run for Walpole at second. Strike call.
Having Abby Riley, the freshman, come on to pitch run, which is, giving the freshman a chance to get into the game.
Fouled back. Ching ahead on the count, 0-2. Up high, a ball and 2 strikes. Base hit to right. Coming around. There's the throw to the plate. It's not in time. Walpole wins. Base hit by Emily Boland as she comes through here with the base hit to give Walpole the victory. A walk-off hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. For Walpole, they had 1 run on 3 consecutive hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. Your final score from Chauncey Smith Field, Walpole 6, Needham 5. For the Timberwolves, they had 6 runs on 3, 7, 10, 13 hits. They made 1 error and left 2, 3, 6, 8 on base, 9 on base. Charlotte Stasinski goes the distance. She was not one of her stronger efforts. She threw 129 pitches, 69 for strikes. She had 2 strikeouts and 5 walks. I think that's the most walks Charlotte's given up all year. But she had it. She was able to get them out of the jam when they needed to. for Needham. They had 5 runs on 2, 5, 6, 7 hits. They made 1 error and they left 3, 4, 5 on base. Pitcher Caitlin Chang went the distance. She had two walks, no strikeouts. So it was a tough one today. This is, like we said, it was not the Stasinski was not as sharp as we've seen her all year. They struggled, Walpole struggled, but they did come through. 3 straight hits with 2 outs. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning to claim the victory. Walpole improves to 17-1, the same record they had last year going into the tournament. And they'll just wait now for a few days until they get the nod on the seedings and the pairings from the MIAA for the D2 tournament. Any last thoughts here, Antonio?
You know, this is my first time doing a varsity game. It was quite an experience. I learned a lot from you.
Thank you.
I hope to do this myself, and I hope I can, because I think it would be a good experience. But just seeing this game today, you know, I think it was a good way for me to learn. But this Walpole team, you know, they're gonna be dangerous in the tournament to see who they play. You know, great. They stayed calm and they were able to get the walk-off win. But again, Needham, they really fought today.
Right.
But but I think that this Walpole team, they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be a dark horse to watch out for, especially against those other teams. They better watch out for this Timberwolves team because this team is dangerous today.
Right. All right, we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School girls varsity softball action. Once again, your final score, Walpole 6 and Needham 5.